I'd say that there's a sense that everybody has. I have it, you have it. We all want to have an experience of being the best version of ourselves. And, we strive in every day to wake up and actually, manifest sort of that desire to be the best version. And I think what happens for a lot of people who end up in a situation where they're recognizing that I'm performing to a certain degree, as an executive, as a business owner, my business is performing to a certain degree, but I'm certain there's another threshold. And what happens more often than not is, regardless of what I do, how I do it, I'm not quite achieving that level of success, either personally, professionally, that I know exists. So the question is then, what do I do? And I always look through every one of these conversations in the lens of workability. Like if my life is working phenomenally well and my business is working phenomenally well, I may not need that assistance. But if I have a sense there's something missing, then I'm going to go in pursuit of, something that can help me solve that challenge.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like imposter syndrome. And I feel like it doesn't matter what level you get to in life, you are going to deal with imposter syndrome in one sense or another. And I think that's where you're helping them overcome. Did I kind of get that out of your story there?
Yeah, I mean, so imposter syndrome is one of the many things. It could just be a sense of just being overwhelmed and, feeling no matter what I do, no matter, how much effort I put into this, I and the people that surround me just cannot get to the place where we know we want to get or believe we're able to get. So there's the imposter syndrome, which is I'm going to be found out, and I hope nobody sees what I know intimately. And that sense of fear of being seen as less than, not enough, which is a fear that, we all carry to some degree. But there's many other different challenges that an owner would face. Sometimes it's burnout. Sometimes it's like, I've done this and, I'm feeling joyless in my role as running a business, and I want to reconnect to my joy. Or there's something, as a leader that I would like to make sure that there's a legacy, and I'm not sure how to quite leave that. I mean, there's so many different ways that leaders can find themselves in a place. I broadly refer to it as just being stuck, and we all know what the feeling of being stuck is. It's that sense that, I can't move myself, my life, my business forward. And when I'm experiencing that, it could be any number of different things that are at the root cause. And part of the job of, I think, a coach is just ask questions and listen for what that root cause is, and then get really curious about it. And how long has that been going on? Tell me more. How does it impact, your life, your business, the people around you in your business, et cetera? And that's usually the gateway into a conversation that leads itself down a path.
It's scary to ask kind of some of those deep questions sometimes, because I know in my personal experience, I didn't always know the answer when the question was being asked, right? Like it took a lot more introspective work to kind of really dig deep into what was actually bothering me or actually making me feel stuck than kind of the superficial question, like, what do you want out of life? Like, I mean, it sounds great in theory until you actually start digging